What's up, Mom and Dad, and anyone else who's watching this video? We are going to do your home warm-up for your second program now. So, starting it off, we're going to poke your coracoid process again, but this time instead of flossing like we've done, or the Y raises like we've done, we're going to have you rotate and tuck. So, poke your coracoid process, arm out to the side, about 90-degree bend in the elbow, hand open as wide as you can. Super important to think about opening from the center of your hand, not just your fingertips, right? So, you're going to slowly rotate your arm forward and back, and then as you start to kind of tuck your hand behind your back, mush this poking hand out to like the front of your delt and kind of trace wherever it feels like it's supposed to go. And if it doesn't feel like it's supposed to go, just keep poking there. But arm out to the side, rotate really slowly so you can feel your arm in socket, and then tuck behind as you slide down your arm. So, side view, here, rotate, and tuck. And so, don't just try and force your hand back there. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. That's fine. We'll work on it. But you're going to do up to 10 per side on those ones. Next, we have standing thoracic rotation. So, think about planting your feet so you feel your whole foot on the ground, kind of bend and soften your knees. And then you're going to cross your arms over your chest. Think about taking a big breath in as you lean up and over. So, up and over to one side, round your back like cat pose, so your hips are staying where they're at. You're just moving mainly from your thoracic spine. And then inhale, up and around, exhale, down and through. So side view, you're going to lean up, back, over, and around. So these ones are super challenging. You need to go slow so you don't lose your balance and so your brain still kind of knows where you are. Also, they're challenging because our spines don't really get a lot of movement like that in life now. So do 6 to 10 per side. If you have any pinching parts, see if you can like lift your belly button up and get a little taller. And if not, ask and I will try and brainstorm with you what's going on. Next, after you have poked your coracoid and we've done our thoracic rotation, now we're going to do sternoclavicular poke flossing. So instead of your coracoid process, you're going to poke right here under your clavicle, kind of on your first rib, so your sternoclavicular joint. And now we're going to do our normal flossing. So that stays there, and I'm going to reach my arm forward, shrug my clavicle forward. So my arm kind of squeezes in towards my body, so I feel serratus and shoulder socket engaged. And then inhale as you reach your clavicle and your shoulder forward, and then exhale, pull back. Inhale, shrug forward, exhale, shrug back. So that scooping your arm into your body and then moving is really what's going to help make sure you're not just stretching through your rotator cuff, you're actually moving the joint that we want you to. So 10 pokes and shrugs there. Next is light fist hold. So literally, you're just touching your fingertips to your palms. You're not squeezing, just lightly touching. So tell your brain where all of your little endpoints are. It helps calm your nervous system down. So you're going to have your light fists. Think about lifting your heart straight up. So you're not arching your back. You're standing up tall. And then you're going to take a big breath in as you keep your neck long and look over to the left, keeping your fists light. And then exhale back to center. Inhale, exhale back to center. So notice if when you turn this way, this hand gets tight, or like just kind of notice what's going on. So when I turn to the right, my left fist gets tight because that is really hard for me. So just keep that light fist going, and you're going to do 6 to 10 per direction. The final thing on this little box is push-pull dead bugs. This is really good to get your pelvic floor going and kind of like wiggle all the muscles between your hips into a better position. So you're going to start by laying on your back in dead bug form. You guys have done those before. And then think about taking that strength that you built from your dead bugs as you lift your legs up so you feel nice and supported as if you're going to do them. But instead of doing that, you're going to push on one leg and pull on the other, but don't let your knees move. So abs are engaged, nice deep breaths. Take a big breath in, and as I exhale, I'm going to pull on my left leg and push on my right, but they're going to stay level, hopefully. Inhale in, switch sides. Exhale, push, pull, but keep them even. And then notice if one side is easier to maintain that position. So like pushing on my right leg, I got that all day. Pushing on my left leg, it wants to go down. So that's something that I'm working on. pay attention to that and let me know if you notice a difference, and we'll have you do 6 to 10 per side there. And next we'll move on to coffee table steps, so stay tuned in just a second. Okay, now we're ready for coffee table steps. So you are going to sit on your coffee table. I'm using this box. And you're going to do tall breathing. So what does that mean? It means I want you to sit down, move your butt muscles to the side so you can feel your butt bones, your sit bones, as 2 little connection points under you. And then think about trying to lift your belly button up and in, lift the front line of your body up so you're as tall as you possibly can. Arms can be wherever they feel comfortable, hopefully open chest. And then as you inhale, think about your rib cage elevating and expanding up the front of your body. And as you exhale, think about that exhale going down the back of your body. Inhale to open and lift. Exhale out until you can't breathe out anymore and your body makes you inhale. So, if you notice when you're doing that you get sharp little pinches somewhere, see if you can adjust your spine. So like tuck a little bit, pull a little bit, get a little taller, and see if you can make the pinch go away. If not, work through it, try and calm your system, and just take like sips of air in if you can. So if you can't breathe in that much without this poking, then like sip air in afterwards. So you're gonna do 10 long deep breaths there. And then from your coffee table and this nice tall torso that you just built doing your breathing, we're gonna have you push your feet on the ground. So think about like feeling your heels and then suction cupping your toes to the ground. So your whole foot is super connected. And we're gonna have you do coffee table seat to stand. So it's kind of like a reverse squat because you're starting seated. So you're gonna start out here. Try not to lean forward. So you're trying to keep your torso upright, and it's like your belly button is picking you up and putting you on top of your hips, and then sit back down, up, back down. So we're trying to avoid this big movement. I exaggerated too much. We're trying to avoid the big lean forward. So you have to have a good toe connection for that to happen. So if you need to use your hands, or if you do need to lean forward a little bit, that's fine. Just think about trying to get in that vertical position as you stand up. And it's way, way harder when you actually use your feet. So, but better for you. So try those for up to 20. The next thing that we're gonna do, toe press, counter-supported bent knee calf raises. Terrible name, but you are going to walk up to your counter. It's your counter. Think about that suction cup toes thing that you were just doing. So suction cup your toes to the ground. And then think about bending your knees over your toes, and then your belly button stays nice and lifted so you're nice and supported. Toes pushing to the ground, you're gonna stretch up through the fascia of your feet. And then as you put your heels down, imagine them like gliding back. So we're trying to get some ankle glide in here. We're working on soleus strength, we're working on knee strength, foot strength and mobility. So we're gonna have you do up to 20 of those as well. So just think about your feet a lot in all of those. The next thing that we're going to do, which these are all warming up for, is single leg standing ankle rotations with overhead breathing, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to show you what I'd like you to work towards, and if it doesn't look anything like it, it's totally fine. Just work towards it. So standing up tall, imagine like everything's held right here, so it doesn't matter which leg you lift up, that stays solid, right? So you're not picking the leg up and sinking into that hip. Scoop everything in, be supported. So from there, you're going to lift your ankle off the ground, and then you're going to squeeze your biceps in. Inhale to lever your arms up and back so your biceps are by your ears. And then you're going to draw 5 circles this way, 5 circles this way. Go a little slower than I just was. And then you can lever your arms down if you want. And side view, biceps squeeze in. Inhale to lift up, lift that leg up. And then 5 circles that way, 5 circles this way. So when you're in this position, if your arms are here, that's fine. Just think about squeezing your elbows towards each other and then levering back from this part of your body, right? And breathe deeply. So, if balance is a challenge, stand near the counter and do them. It doesn't matter because the point is the ankle circle, the second point is the balance, the third point is the overhead reach. So that's your priority for that movement. The final thing that we're doing is standing trunk rotation. So you're gonna have your feet about hip or shoulder width apart, kind of soft, And then think about moving from your belly. So it's kind of like you're gonna be doing this on the inside, and it's gonna look like this. So you're going to take a big breath in. As you exhale, knees are kind of soft. Turn your shoulders from your belly button to one side, and then other side. So you're doing this for 20 breaths. I don't have a preference how you breathe, you just have to. So you're going to, if you want to try it, inhale to one side, exhale to the other, inhale to one side, exhale to the other. If you want to switch it halfway, that's fine. You can do a long breath, so like, so you go to both sides with each breath. Doesn't really matter. And you've got noodle arms, so they're just hanging out for the ride. So 20 breaths there, and after that, you can repeat any of these if you liked how they felt. You can add in any bonus stuff, but this is what I'd like you to work on. Lots of trunk and core stuff, and lots of feet stuff. So other things are mixed in, but those are the two main things I want you to really put attention to when you're doing it. And let me know if you have any questions. And the strength workout should hopefully be fun too. So, love you guys, see you soon, and if you're not my parents, I hope this has been helpful. See ya.